with Perfume and Poison Part 4, and today we're going to talk about poison rings. These deadly beauties got their start all the way back in ancient Roman times as the preferred way to off yourself so that you wouldn't get captured or killed in battle. And the most famous example of this was purported to be the ancient general Hannibal, who used his poison ring when he realized that he was surrounded by the Romans, but it's not confirmed though. But it wasn't until the Middle Ages that poison rings became really popular. These rings were hollow with a hinge so that you could open and close it. And people used them to hold pieces of relics such as bone fragments and hair from the saints, as well as perfume, because once again, fragrantly speaking, Middle Ages was not a great time to have a nose. Unfair or no, Lucrezia Borgia is the person most associated with poison rings. And if you don't know the Borgia family, they're an Italian noble family of Spanish descent known for debauchery and murder. Now, Lucrezia was the illegitimate daughter of Pope Alexander VI and his mistress. Illegitimate because, for those of you who aren't Catholic, priests are supposed to be celibate. Anyway, Lucrezia was a famed beauty described as her mouth is large, the teeth brilliantly white, her neck is slender and fair, and the bust is admirably proportioned. Gross. Alexander wanted her married off in an advantageous match for the Borgia family. Her first husband was from another powerful Italian noble family, but Alexander had the marriage annulled when he thought that that family was no longer useful to him. Lucrezia's second husband was murdered by her brother Cesare Borgia under mysterious circumstances, so people just assumed that she did it. She was rumored to have affairs with other men, several of whom turned up dead, as well as incestuous relationships with both her father and her brother. She went down in history as a serial poisoner who wore one of these hollowed-out poison rings, in which she kept cantarella. I think I'm mispronouncing that, which was the Borgia's personal poison recipe made from arsenic. And according to these rumors, she kept the cantarella in the ring masked with perfume and would slip it into the drinks of her victims. Is this true? Well, just like the last video about Catherine de Medici, another noble Italian woman, most likely not. Also like Catherine de Medici, there was some fear of foreigners going on since the Borgias were actually descended from the Spanish aristocracy. And also, like Catherine, a famous French novelist dramatized Lucrezia's story, and that was Victor Hugo in this case. The painter Dante Gabriel Rossetti also had this famous painting of Lucrezia in which she's washing her hands after poisoning her husband. Interestingly, there were also poison antidote rings. This is a ring from the 1400s, and the scorpion design was thought to protect people from poisoning, as infusions with oil and scorpions and herbs was a common treatment for fevers. Stay tuned for Perfume and Poison Part 5, where we'll move on from medieval Italy to ancient Egypt.